Alright, in terms of music, practice does not make perfect. Whoever told you that didn't know what they were talking about. In actual fact, practice makes permanent. So that means that if you're playing the same piece of music over and over, repeating the same mistakes, you are not going for perfection. You are embedding those mistakes deep into your brain and deep into your muscle memory. This is a bad strategy. Do this instead. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about the idea of deliberate practice. Now, when I was a kid, I spent endless hours of time in my bedroom playing or practicing music over and over. This basically meant playing the same pieces of music again and again and seeing some results, but nowhere near equal to the amount of time that I was putting in. Now, I dearly wish that 20 years ago somebody could have explained to me how useless this approach is. Okay, so obviously this doesn't go for the very beginner musicians amongst us. Beginners are going to have to put some time and energy into just getting their hands and their fingers around the instrument to figure out how it works. Okay, that being said, beyond a certain point, if you really want to improve, you are going to need to apply deliberate practice. So this is the idea that you are going to take a very small aspect of your musicianship and apply dedicated focus to improving that skill. It basically means finding your weak spots and dedicating time and mental energy to improving those weak spots. And then doing this again and again over the course of days, weeks, months, and years. Now, there are two main reasons I'm going to give that this is a better strategy than just applying time. First reason is that time is a very limited resource, and certainly as you get older, kids, jobs, work, school, all kinds of things get in the way. Secondly, becoming great at something requires a lot more strategy than simply investing endless amounts of time. If it was simply the amount of time you put into this means how good you're going to become, then there would be a lot more phenomenally brilliant musicians in the world. But this isn't the case. To become great, you need strategy. So here are my 4 recommendations to how you can approach deliberate practice. The first one, as I said, decide ahead of time the specific skill that you want to practice. Then use a metronome, slowed down to a very slow BPM. Practice that skill slowly but perfectly each time. Then thirdly, decide how much time you are going to focus on this skill. Me personally, I like to use a 5-minute timer, but that means that it's 5 minutes where I am not taking a sip of coffee, I am not checking my phone or my computer, and I am not looking around the room. I am concentrating on that slow BPM and the specific movements my fingers are making and what the music sounds like and feels like as I'm making it. Then the fourth one is write it down. Write down what it is you practiced, for how long, and at what BPM. This way, as you do this again and again, you can slowly start to up the BPM and practice a little bit faster in very small increments. Now, practicing in this way for even a small amount of time is going to give you exponentially better results than just putting in more and more time. And obviously with that time saved, you could do something else with your life, or you could also work on other aspects of your musicianship, such as music theory or ear training or production techniques. And finally, this is an active strategy, one that puts you in the driving seat of your own improvement. I believe this is brilliant for mindset. I also believe that mindset is one of the crucial aspects of becoming great at any skill. Also, I did a whole video on the idea of talent and how talent is an idea that you should completely ignore on your musical journey. Check that out here. So that's it from me. If you like this, please hit the like and subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I'm going to be back with more music theory videos this time next week.